Hello, I'm Aloysius, and I'm the owner of Haunted Harbor Tours. With the Goetia Tarot review, I honestly don't even know where to begin. I don't know if I should first talk about the beautiful art, the fact that the artist who created this is a comic book artist who works with one of my favorite indie comics, English publication known as Heavy Metal Magazine. Odds are you know that magazine through a 1980s animation that was like independent and awesome, cyberpunk AF, kind of this Blade Runner animatic, fantastic film. And obviously recently was bought by the guys who did Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and anybody who makes art for heavy metal is top of the line. Fabio Listrani is an amazing artist, as you would see in this deck. That's one aspect of it, but it's also incredibly advanced magic. Alright, so look. There's also the fact that this is one of the most magically advanced decks I have ever encountered in my life, to the point where I'm legitimately impressed. I mean, this man has gone and approached various actual studied magicians who understand things like the theory of the Golden Dawn, and they have pulled from a legitimate source book. However, the other aspect that absolutely needs to be covered right at the start is do not buy this deck if you are not formally familiar and highly advanced in your understanding of things like the Goetia. Stay the fuck away from this deck, flat out. This is the most advanced tarot deck I have ever seen in my life, and it is using a Gatling gun to shoot peas, like tin cans. Right? Like, typically, you're out there shooting tin cans with a fucking handgun. The Goetia Tarot deck, this Italian fucking heavy metal magazine artist, Fabio Listrani, is bringing a fucking magical Gatling gun. He is swinging it. He is slinging it. He wants to let you know that he fucks. Honestly, he is using one of the most powerful tarot decks, powerful magic source books that a man could use for this. The fucking Goetia. The Goetia and I, we have a casual, familiar relationship. Kind of like a friend of a friend, right? This is not a magical source book I like. This is a demonology. This is that... Yeah, okay. Let's say you're having a party, right? You've invited all your friends, right? A little bit of Roman pagan lore, some Celtic pagan lore. There are some druids kicking about, you know. You got some Anton LaVey kids. They're all right, you know. I fucking love Anton LaVey. He's gotten me laid. But then there's, you know, the fucking Goetia shows up at your party. And you're like, oh, yeah, everybody likes him, right? He's cool, right? He's a good time. He's kind of kicking around, hanging out with the Book of the Shadows, the Necronomicon. You know, he's one of those magical source books that you kind of are familiar with. You've never actually, you know, encountered before, but you're assuming, you know, hey, he's fine in my house. He's fine. And then he starts throwing shit off on the floor, right? He's throwing shit off of your bookshelf. He's kicking shit around. He's slamming you into a wall. At one point, you're having a nice conversation with a really pretty goth girl, and somebody runs up and starts screaming at you, Aloysius, the Goetia's taking a shit in your kitchen sink. He's doing all this crazy shit, ends up, oh man, he's a bit of a sadist, you know? He's trying to fuck your girl. Who the fuck invited the fucking Goetia to my tarot party? This was just a chill tarot party. So you're cleaning your sink. You're like, alright, fine. This is fine. And then, you know, this hippie chick comes in and she's like, so I brought the ayahuasca and I think that what we're all gonna do is we're just gonna have some nice chill vibes. And you're like, cool, thanks, hippie chick from wherever the fuck, Colorado or whatever, and she's like, yeah, man, I'll lead us all on a nice, chill, fucking spiritual adventure and journey, and we're gonna go and speak to the divine consciousness. And then fucking Goetia kicks in the door and starts screaming. He's holding like a little purple bag, right, with some sort of strange liquid. You're not quite sure if it's fucking red wine. It's a little too purple for that shit. And he's going, ketamine! Ketamine! Let's get the shit! Yeah! Ketamine! He's like fucking a WWF wrestler now, like kicking in walls, like fucking Kool-Aid Manning through your house, and you're just like, fuck, who the fuck invited fucking Goetia? What the fuck, Fabio Listrani? And then, you know, the next day, everybody's like, oh man, Goetia showed up at your party, man, how was he? Did you have a good time? And you're like, and they were like, everybody loves him. He's the best. And you're like, you know, kind of like that Jerry Seinfeld, like, ooh, jeez. That's what the Goetia is to me. And look, I'm a ghost hunter, okay? I hunt dark things. And so that's why the Goetia is interesting to me, because on my ghost tours, I often tell people on my tour that I was part of a television pilot, which is fact. A owner of a ghost tour company down in Savannah, Georgia, managed to get a pitch to a Travel Channel, Sci-Fi Channel, a show that we had all worked together on. I was going to be just one of the side guys, right? Like, the idea was a bunch of Savannah ghost tour guides own a business where we also do ghost investigations, blah, 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 blah. And we went to this South Pittsburgh hospital, a hospital I believe has been torn down, a hospital that I would like to do a video on in the future. But while I was there, I was slammed into a wall by a shadow. Literally, up on the hallway leading to a morgue, it popped off of the wall, it came charging at me, it slammed me into the wall. I talk about it more in depth on my ghost tour. Absolutely come to Annapolis, take my ghost tour. But something I don't mention at all on my ghost tour, because why would I? It's not really super relevant to what I'm getting at that point in my ghost tour, is the fact that across the hospital, my boss, a fellow ghost tour guide as well, and a couple of other people who were involved in the show were fucking around trying to summon something, and it named itself one of the names in the Goetia. And it amplified the ever-living heck out of that shadow. Now, I amplify ghosts all the time, right? I do it in a way that prevents them from creating physical harm. Scrying is a thing. And if you are familiar with scrying, and you are familiar with protective wards and how to handle yourself, you can go ahead and buy this tarot deck. It is beautiful. But if you are not, don't. Do not buy this tarot deck. He has a laissez-faire, casual attitude about the fact that he's bringing a fucking Gatling gun to a target contest, shooting cans off of a fence. You know, he is straight up going to the most powerful magical source that a man could have. Now, I dig it. I love it. Like, I learned a lot looking at this deck. In an advanced practice, magical practice. You know, as far as I'm concerned, up to this point, Hermetic Tarot is the most advanced deck I had found. Well, the Goetia fucking blows it out of the water. But it blows it out of the water in an extreme way. In the way that only an Italian magician could. I'm very impressed. I highly recommend it. The art is beautiful. But stay the fuck away from it if you are not magically adept. Okay, I will tell you, my first review, all of the footage is lost. All of it. Deleted off my computer. Not by me, but as I'm editing it, just one by one clips were deleting. I had to fucking do a ghost investigation in this apartment. Things got fucking nuts. All of that footage is gone. I'm not even showing you the art of the Goetia deck. Here, I put one aside. I'll show you one piece of art from the Goetia. I don't trust this. I have filmed this too many freaking times already. Here is the Goetia. Maybe this? Ah, yes, perfect. Look at that. Look at that beautiful raven on the moon. Oh, man. And I'll tell you, they're all high quality like that. They're all fucking beautiful. The magical theory this man is used in practice, stellar. Stellar. Mwah. French chef's kiss. Italian chef's kiss, I guess. The thing is you better know what you're doing. Because I had to fucking sage the heck out of my house. When I opened this deck and I began using it, it went nuts. And like, hey, cool, right? But anybody who reads the tarot knows that when they use when the death card shows up or the devil card shows up, 90% of the time they have to fucking explain to somebody how it's not that big of a deal. Imagine busting out a tarot deck based on demonology and being like, oh yeah, it's fine. It's fine. That's what this book reads like. By the way, this book is amazing. I would love to see this freaking turned into a big volume. Write everything. I want this man to write a book on magical theory because what he has created is impressive. It is impressive. It is staggering. I learned a lot about the Kabbalah and about, all of the Golden Dawn, in which I've studied a great deal. Like, this man is smart. Again, don't buy it unless you're ready for it, man. With that, thanks. Just a quick afterthought after editing this video. Is anybody, you ever watch that VizPop channel on YouTube? Hell of a Boss, Has Been Hotel. Dude, I fucking love Has Been Hotel. Such a good little short that seems to maybe be a show in the future. Hell of a Boss came out of it with the voice from Invader Zim acting in it. Holy shit, that is a good show. I love Has Been Hotel. But like, the funny thing is after I personified the Goetia, I remembered, wait, there's a character in Has Been Hotel who is actually Goetia personified. I wasn't even the first to do that. Like, it's already been done. Oh god, that's such a good show. They did the second to last episode of the season finale of Hell of a Boss like 2-3 weeks ago. I am so excited to finish that and anything VizPop creates. In fact, fuck it, link in the comments below. That show is so good. It is, VizPop is like the modern day Johnny Vasquez, and it is phenomenal. So, link down there. I'm so glad to be done this video. I have recorded this innumerable times, and hopefully all of that weird shit I've been dealing with for the last month is just done. Thank you. Bye. Oh, I do tarot card reviews. I tell ghost stories. Also, this is a fiction story I just told last week. I'm really happy with it. And here's a video that YouTube thinks you'll like. All right, peace out.